Hello friends, happy Saturday. My name's Janna and welcome to my channel. I am coming on today with my 21st episode of Saturday Morning Makes, which is hosted by Jill Norwood here on YouTube, and I will put Jill's channel link in the description box, so be sure to go over there and see the wonderful things that she has to show you over there. Let's see. I've been working on some ornaments today. I kind of started them yesterday and finished them up today that I am making for an upcoming bazaar. So I'm just going to pull them in here and we will take a look at them. The stamp set that I used and the idea that I stole from Miss Anna Wight. So these are stamps that she designed from Sweet Miss Daisy Designs, and you can find her stamps on Etsy at Sweet Miss Daisy Designs. This set is called Just For You. And Anna made some of these ornaments on her channel. I will put a link to her channel also below in the description box. And thank you, Anna, for sharing your idea. And I hope you don't mind that I picked it up and ran with it. So yes, Just For You is this stamp set. So I didn't use the penguin or the reindeer, and they are absolutely adorable. But I did use the snowman, the Santa, and the gingerbread. I did have my scan and cut out the snowman, or no, the Santa and the gingerbread for me. I cut out the snowman because the scan and cut would have wanted to cut out all those little dots of snow, and I didn't want to mess with it. And cutting out all of them would have been fairly easy, but the snowman was super easy. So anyway, that is that. I got my little wood rounds, I believe, at Hobby Lobby, and I painted them with some white acrylic paint. Now, let me tell you something about this paint. I bought this at a craft warehouse store, probably here in Newport where I live, in Oregon. They date their price tags. Can you see the date? 7/9/99. That is how old this paint is. I did have to thin it down a little bit with water. Apparently I bought it on sale for $1.49. But yeah, you know, some craft supplies you can use for years and years and years, while others will just not be good after a short period of time. Anyway, I painted the fronts white, following Anna's little tutorial that she did on her channel. And I just let that dry overnight, and then I stamped the designs. She used an archival ink, and I have archival ink. I happen to use the Ranger archival ink, and I stamped the blocks with that, and then I also stamped it again on my paper to cut them out. And then I colored them up with my Stampin' Up! Alcohol markers, the blends. And like I said, I had my scan and cut the Santas and the gingerbread out, and I cut out the little snowman. When you cut out the little snowman, you just, sorry little snowman, but you whack off his arms because he's already stamped on the wood. So when you put him back on, magically his little arms appear, as well as like the little dots around the gingerbread, and the Santa, there's little dots around him. I did use, you can't see it very good on this one, there's a little snowflake in the stamp set, so I did use a shimmery pigment ink I don't know. I think if I kind of move it around in the light, you might be able to pick it up. It's some that I've had in my stash from Close to My Heart for years. And so I stamped the snowflake around the Santa and the gingerbread. I didn't stamp it around the snowman because he's got his own little dots of snow there. And then I just kind of dried that with my heat tool. I used my art glitter glue to glue on the images on top of the images on the wood block, and it worked out great. The snow that I put on mine, I'm seeing a little dog hair here. That's going to bug me. Okay, got to get that off because there we go. My snow is a product from Stampin' Up. It's shimmery white embossing paste, and I've had it for several years also. And I just put it on with a little silicone spatula. This thing happens to be art by Marlene, and I know that I got that from Simon Says Stamp. And so that worked really good to put it on. I did smooch a little bit up on the tops of the blocks. Thought that looked kind of cute. And so that was all of that. My ribbons are ribbons from Stampin' Up that I've had. I drilled the little holes in the wood rounds. They weren't already drilled. And gosh, I think that's about it. I thought about putting little charms or little bells. I've got some little tiny jingle bells hanging down, but I figured they would kind of hang down over the image, and I didn't really want to have that happen. Now this block, this little round here, was a bit bigger, and so I went ahead and stamped Merry Christmas on that. That is in the set here. And what I did was when I put it on my acrylic block, I just curved it and stuck it on the block to get it curved around like that. So that filled that one in nicely, and I didn't really think the rest of them needed anything extra. So I have no idea what I am going to charge for these at the bazaar, but I will get that figured out. So there is that. And then I thought I would show you the things that I have colored up. It's getting down to the wire for Halloween now, and I did color these up, and I used my Scan and Cut to cut these out also. And this is as far as I've gotten with them because things have come up. I've had some appointments, and just, you know, stuff happens. And I'm trying to get stuff done for the bazaar. So, but they colored up so cute, and so I just thought I would show you the images, and then I will try to get things made with them. I particularly love this little character, and this is also a stamp. Things are mixed up in here, but I will show you. This is from Sweet Miss Daisy Designs by Anna Wight. Also, this one's called Trick or Treat. So you get this pumpkin head guy and a cute star and moon banner there, and some fun sentiments, a pumpkin or a jack-o'-lantern guy, and a funny bat. He's so cute. And some magic here. I always call this stuff magic because I don't know what else to call it. But anyway, this is how I ended up coloring him up. And I just thought he turned out super cute. So there he is. Now this little girl, she is from All and Create. And here she is. This set is called Fright Bites. And I saw someone had colored her up in pink and stuff, and I just loved it. So I had to color her up in pink. And so look at the little bat in the cup. I have him here too. There he is. That's how I colored him up. So there they are. And oh, here is the little pumpkin bucket full of goodies. That comes from that set. And then we have this cute ghost, and I've got the stamp set here. This is also from All and Create. This is called Happy Haunting. And so we've got this little character here holding a skull bucket. I'm going to move the ornaments back over here for the time being. So there is that one. And then, oh, I did 2 of those. My intention is to make some cards and also maybe some ATCs, maybe memory decks, I'm not sure. And here's the other little ghosty with a bag of treats. So I colored 2 of those up. And I know I think there's some bats in here too. And what's next? Here's an eyeball and some candy corn. So let's see where that came from. Well, it looks like it came from this set by All and Create called Bewitching. And so there's the cute little kids dressed up as a witch and a princess. Bewitchingly cute. So let's see. I want to keep this all in where you can see it here. So here's the eyeball. And I colored these all up with my Stampin' Up! Blends also. And what else do we have? Oh, we have the little princess. She turned out cute. And here's the little witchy poo. Had to color her green. And here is this funny bat from the Trick or Treat set over here by Anna Wight. Look how cute he is. Okay, and then here's another set by Anna, and this one is called Open If You Dare. So look at this ghost. She is adorable. She reminds me of something from, I don't know what. And the little Dracula, these are all so cute. And look at this cat. And then we've got a pumpkin head here and a funny little spider. I love this spider web. And then we've got sentiments on there. So here is the jack-o'-lantern or pumpkin head. And the cute little Dracula. Isn't he adorable? And then here we have this jack-o'-lantern, and this one comes back to the Trick or Treat set. Oh, and here is that little Miss Ghosty with her bow. I think she's more scared than she's scaring somebody. Looks like she got scared. And here is this cat with his big grin. Cute. And then, oh, here's all these little bats. And these are in the All and Create set up here that is Happy Haunting. So I stamped a few of those. And then I've got a couple of more bats. I think these were left over from something. Oh, these are from a Stampin' Up! Set that I have. And I had die cut them out of black glitter paper. So I put those in my dish. And then look at this little guy. I bought this stamp last year. Let me see if I have it sitting here. I don't know if I do. I forgot it was in here, or I would have grabbed it so I could tell you where it came from. So I apologize about that. If you want to know where this stamp came from in particular, leave me a message and I will, or how about this? I will just add it to the description box when I load the stamp set up. I mean the video. Yeah, but I think he turned out cute, and he reminds me of our little black Chihuahua Todd, because he's just got the cutest little face like Todd, and Todd always reminds me of a bat because he's got those big ears like that. So these are all my little Halloween things that I colored up a while ago, and they've been sitting here waiting for me to create with them, which I haven't had a chance to do. So at least I've shown you these parts. And if you like any of these stamp sets by Anna, here's the one I used for the ornaments. Be sure to go check out her Etsy shop, Sweet Miss Daisy Designs. And then, like I said, these are all from All in Create, all the rest of these. And most of my All in Create sets I have gotten from scrapbook.com. They have a lot to choose from, and also Simon Says Stamp. You might also find some from Frantic Stamper, or of course directly from All in Create. I'll bring these back in. I hope you're having a great day. You can always play along with Saturday Morning Makes. All you have to do is just hashtag whatever you make. It doesn't have to be on Saturday, with the hashtag SatMornMakes. And if you do videos, great, put them here on YouTube if that's what you do. If you don't, you can share to Instagram or TikTok, or we have a group on Facebook. I shortened the name of that recently to just Share Your Makes. But it's Jill and I are both still admins in the group, and I didn't change anything else. I just shortened the name. That was it. And so Share Your Makes, go there if you're not already a member, and request to join, and you can share whatever it is you create there for us all to get inspired by. And if you just need some inspiration, it's a great place to go. Thanks so much for stopping by, and have a great rest of the weekend. I will see you in my next video. Take care. Happy crafting. Bye-bye.